Welcome to my page. It's a black man's view. Yesterday, I had a conversation with a Trump supporter that I work with, and we started talking about how Biden dropped out, and he asked me what I thought about the vice president, Kamala Harris, and I told him that she's a breath of fresh air, that she brings youth and energy to the ticket, what the Democrats need, and the Democrats should have nominated her from the jump instead of trying to hold on to Biden. Even though Biden, he gave his entire life to politics, and he's a good politician, and he's did a lot of great things for the country. It's just nobody wants to see the great grandpa in charge of nothing. You want to see them on the porch watching the grandkids play in the backyard. That's what you want to see your great grandpa doing, and that's what Biden is, a great grandpa. But he asked me, how can I support Harris when she ain't did nothing? And I'm like, what you mean she ain't did nothing? I asked him that, what you mean she ain't did nothing? And he's like, what's her career? How'd she get a job? And I was like, are you serious? It's obvious that most Trump supporters, they don't do research. They don't care about facts. They don't. Facts to a Trump supporter, to a Republican nowadays, is like sunlight to a vampire. It kills them. That they don't want to know. And so I had to remind this dude. I was like, look here, bruh. She was a district attorney. She was the first and only black attorney general for one of the state in the country that has a GDP more than some countries. She prosecuted a lot of criminals. She did a lot for law and justice for the state of California. She's a vice president. She's a senator. I mean, what more of a qualification do you need? What more does this woman have to do to prove herself that she's capable of doing a job that she's being offered? And this clown told me that he didn't know that she was an attorney general. He didn't know that she was a district attorney. He didn't know that she was a senator. He thought, like the rest of these people think, and I'm saying that term loosely, that she was just given the position, what they call a DEI hire, that's what they actually think she is. And then I had to Google up her. I showed her. I pulled up Wikipedia and I showed him her accomplishments about what she did. I showed him some of the bills that she helped sponsor and all that when she was a senator. I showed him some of the things that she did when she was Attorney General for California. And he didn't know. And so that shut him up. And he was like, well, why don't you like Trump? And I could have talked to him for hours about why I don't like Trump. But I was like, because Trump, I told him, but Trump only cares about Trump. And he's been like that his entire life. He only cares about Trump. Nothing else matters. Now, I don't even think the dude cares about his own children. If he had to sacrifice his children to make a profit, his children would be crucified like Jesus. That's what I think about Trump. And I showed him a clip that this clown said the other day about telling Christians that if you vote for me, you won't have to vote again, ever. And I asked the dude, I was like, what do you think that means? And he was like, Trump didn't say that. And I'm like, there it is. You heard this dude say that. You heard him say that. That's fake news. Everything, when you disagree with a Trump supporter, is fake news. Whatever they don't agree with, whatever they don't agree with, it's fake news. They don't want to hear it. So I pulled up some more clips about this dude talking about black jobs, and I asked him, what did he think a black job was? And he looked at me like, what do you mean? I was like, me and you, we here, we do the same shit. I'm black, you white. So does that mean that you have a black job? Does that mean you have a black job? We doing the same shit. And I'm working here. So that means that you have a black job? And he looked at me and he's like, no, that's just a job. And I was like, so what do you think Trump meant when he said black jobs? And he's like, well, he was just talking. You know how he just talked. And I'm like, why would you want somebody to represent you in your country that just talk? that just said, just pull shit out his ass at any given moment and just talk. I was like, ain't that embarrassing? I said, don't you have somebody in your family, a crazy uncle or something, that just don't know when to shut the fuck up, that just says crazy, outlandish shit? Somebody, and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, so you want your crazy uncle to run the president? I mean, to run the country? And he looked at me and he's like, I never thought about it like that. And I was like, yeah, you never thought about it. And that's the problem with Trump supporters. I told him, y'all don't fucking think. Y'all don't open your eyes and see. You go by what most Trump supporters, what they are is, Trump is their mouthpiece. The shit Trump says, these motherfuckers actually think. They talk about with their children, they talk about with their wives, they talk about with their friends over dinner. Trump gets on TV and says it, and so they can relate to what he says. They can relate to what he says because he is them. He is them. And like, why would you ask me if I support Trump? And it's like, because he's being persecuted like your people was. And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Like my people was. He's been unfairly targeted by the legal system. I was like, nah, Trump wasn't unfairly targeted. Everything that Trump was accused of, this nigga did. He did that shit. He did it. Everything he's accused of, he did it. He was convicted 34 times by a jury of his peers. He wasn't convicted by Biden. He wasn't convicted by Harris. He wasn't convicted by the Democrats. And I bet you some of those people that convicted him were Republicans. They looked at the evidence and they found this dude guilty and they convicted him, just like our legal system is supposed to work. Are black people unfairly targeted by the police? Yes, we are. But was Trump unfairly targeted by the police? No, he was not. Even though I have to say that to some degree, I agree with what they say about it being politically motivated, because it was, just like Hunter Biden, that shit was politically motivated. You can't tell me anything different. If Trump wasn't who Trump was, most of those charges wouldn't have been brought. But it is what it is. What goes around comes around. He was found guilty by a jury of his peers from New York City. So wasn't nothing politically motivated about them. If they was politically motivated, they'd have found his ass not guilty, which I thought they was going to do anyway. But they didn't. And this dude, once I broke it down like that, he was like, I never thought about it. And again, I told this dude, y'all don't think. Most Trump supporters do not think. Like, I don't understand it. And then I asked him, the whole make America great again. Well, what's that supposed to mean? And he was like, make America great again. I was like, when was America ever great? When? When was America ever great? Was America great for the Italians when they came over in the early 19th century when they were being prosecuted? Was America great for the Jews that were being prosecuted and are still being prosecuted? Was America great for the Japanese in World War II when they was put in internment camps? Has America ever been great for black people when we was lynched just for trying to vote? If I saw a white woman back in the day, if I saw a white woman walking down the street and I looked up and waved at her, I can be lynched for that. Was America great for us then? Has America ever been great for the natives that we're standing on their land right now that they had back in the day? Was America ever great for them? So I asked him, tell me an hour, a date, a minute, a week, a year that America was ever great for everybody. And I asked the dude, what was his background? He said he's Irish. And I was like, well, was America great for the Irish back in the 19th century? Was America great for them? And he looked at me and was like, I never thought about that. And I was like, this whole thing about make America great, most of y'all don't even have any clue about what that actually means. It just sounds sexy. It sounds sexy. That's all it does. It sounds sexy. Make America great again. But America, even though this is a great place to live, it ain't always been like that for everybody. Hell, it ain't always been like that for poor white people. It ain't always been great. And I don't think America was designed to be great. America was designed as a place of refuge for people that wanted to live how they wanted to live. They didn't want to be told what to do. They didn't want to be told what God they can bow down to. They didn't want to be told that, hey, I'm living here and you living there, but you got to pay me taxes. So I don't think America was designed to be great. America was designed to be a refuge for people that wanted their own voice. And I told him that, and he looked at me and was like, yeah, you right. I was like, I know I'm right, nigga. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. And it's like, you need to stop buying into all the bullshit. Oh, and by the way, he went to the Trump rally that was here in Charlotte last week. His first rally after he got shot, and he was like, he was kind of disappointed by everything that Trump said, but he was still gonna vote for him. I was like, dude, you a clown. And I told him, you a clown. This is probably I don't know if I'll talk to the dude again. I mean, I don't know. It's just Trump supporters. If you support Trump, there's not too much you can talk to me about. As a matter of fact, if you're a Republican, period, with the way the Republican Party is, there's not too much you can talk to me about. Because the shit y'all stand for, if you had any moral decency about yourselves, if you actually lived up to the Christian values you claim to promote, you would be different, but you don't. So most Republicans and all Trump supporters are hypocrites. Hypocrites, that's all I can say. Dumbass, stupid ass hypocrites. And that's for all my Trump supporters listening, that's what I think of y'all. Until you prove me different. But anyway, me and this dude talked and we agreed to disagree on a lot of things. It was a civil conversation. But I look at him different because I thought that he was someone that, that thought for themselves, that was, I don't know what I thought, honestly. I have no idea what I thought, but it's just, I looked at the clown different now, and he's a clown, just like most Trump supporters. But anyway, this video is going over a little longer than what I intended, so just let me know what y'all think in the comments, and continue to support my page, and until next time, deuces.